What is going on, everybody? I'm here today to talk about the latest, greatest video game about a killer robot. And I'm, of course, referring to the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, or as it is known in Spanish-speaking countries, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Right here, we've got some very cool box art. We got a nice little X motif. This is going to look nice on the shelf, I'll say that much. The back that's cool too. I like the kind of shadow that we have on these two robot masters here. Slash Man in particular looks very, very menacing there. So let's open it up. What we got in here? Mega Man 8? What's Mega Man 8 doing here? Alright, that's my copy of Mega Man 8 hiding out. But as you can see, there are no extras in this game like there were in the first Legacy Collection. There was this little kind of card that was included with the first Legacy Collection that had all the Robot Masters and their weaknesses kind of listed. It was kind of like a little chart, and it was extremely useful, especially for someone like me who, might not remember exactly what some of them were weak against. I can just quickly refer to it. Very, very useful. Even in the age of the internet, it still, was a useful little perk. So I was kind of hoping we'd find something like that in this game as well, but no such luck. Anywho, let's pop this into the PS4 and give it a whirl. Alright, so we are loading up Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 by Capcom, maker of such hits as Resident Evil. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got a lot of options, actually. Options, okay, so there are checkpoint saves in this game that are a little bit different from the save states in the first Legacy Collection. Basically, the game will auto-save every so often, and you have the option to enable that or disable that. And once the game auto-saves, if you game over, you'll just go back to the last auto-save, as opposed to having to, start over at the character select or the stage select rather, with no E-tanks. So it's pretty cool, and it doesn't suck the difficulty out the way save states can do. Although I personally like save states because they really add a layer of relaxation, if you will. You also have extra armor mode where you can halve, however you say it, the amount of damage that you take. We got some credits. I'm going to leave the half damage on, at least for Mega Man 7. Because I already played Mega Man 7, you all saw it, I beat the game. I'll leave it on for that because I'm going to be playing through that real quick. I might record a little bit of that, but I will turn the extra armor off for Mega Man 8 when I play that, and I'll do a full playthrough of that, record it, it'll be fun. And I'll do that very soon as well. So we've got soundtracks, excellent. Mega Man 7, Mega Man 8, Mega Man 9, and Mega Man 10. Those are the 4 games on this collection. No Rockman and Forte, but you know what? I'm okay with that. There's one particular theme from Mega Man 8 that I really like, and it just never plays. And this is it. I think it plays like twice in the entire game. I like this. It's just very, oh, there's a cat in the room. Okay. So, back to the main screen, we've got the museum. What's in here? Something interesting. So here we've got a bunch of pictures. I'll take it. This picture was actually on the front cover of the case for Mega Man 8. I believe the PlayStation version of Mega Man 8. I don't know about the Saturn version. Some cool shots here. Yeah. Oh, you can magnify them too. Nice. Let's see if there's one that we want to magnify. Roll? Not really. Let's see. Sheesh. Something going on back there. Whoa, what is that thing? Oh, yeah, those are from Shade Man's level in Mega Man 7. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff here. We got Mega Man 8. Wait a minute. Maybe this isn't the cover for Mega Man 8 because this is... Okay, this is the cover for Mega Man 8. I stand corrected. Cool stuff, regardless. And Dr. Wily looking a little bit more menacing from game to game. Okay, nice. I like it. And here we've got the meat and potatoes of the Legacy Collections, the challenge modes. Very cool stuff here. Let's take a look at the first set of challenges. We've got Mega Man 7, Mega Man 8, Mega Man 9, and 10. I believe 9 and 10 actually already had challenges in their original incarnations, but this game actually adds new challenges on top of the challenges that were already featured in those games. So you've got like double challenges for those two. And obviously 7 and 8 have brand new challenges to do, which is cool. And there are trophies for all of it, trophy support. You get trophies for beating each game. You get trophies for clearing the challenges for each game. It's good stuff. First Legacy Collection had a ton of challenges, just a long list. The list is much shorter for this one. So yeah, you got a couple stage remixes, get through those, and you have the boss rushes, and then some time attacks, interesting stuff. And then at the end you've got like the boss rushes with no special weapons, which are of course the toughest ones. So given that there are so few challenges, I think it might be a lot easier to get all the trophies in this collection than it was in the first collection. One thing that does concern me though is that these stage remixes are a little bit lazy. And I don't want to sound like negative here because I'm not trying to be negative, but the first Legacy Collection, you know, I'm going to play one while I talk about this. The first Legacy Collection, it took little bits and pieces of a lot of different stages. And you would do like one room from a particular stage and you go to another stage, you know, and by just using little bits and pieces of stages, they were able to create stage mashups that were really interesting because you were constantly moving from like one part of one level to another part of another level. So it was the constant variety. These mashups, however, they don't just kind of bounce you around like the first Legacy Collection. They basically just have you play the levels. Like right now, I'm playing about half of Slash Man's level. And then after this part, it warps me to another level and I play like half of that level. So it's like, I'd rather play a bunch of singular rooms and hallways from different levels than play like half of 2 different levels put together. That's just kind of like, it's not interesting, you know, and I vastly prefer the way the first Legacy Collection handled these particular challenges. But we'll see how I like the boss rushes and the time attacks and all that stuff. You know, right now all I have unlocked are these stage mashups. So we'll see what happens, you know. See what happens once I clear these and move on. So let's clear this first stage mashup and see where it takes us. And after this, I'm going to play Springman's level in Mega Man 7 because when I initially recorded Mega Man 7 for my playthrough of that game, I didn't really give Springman's level a, how do you say, a standard playthrough. I didn't talk about the level as I played it because, I messed that up. I really messed that up. Shit. Somehow still made the jump though. But yeah, I didn't give Springman's level a standard playthrough because I played Insane Clown Posse over the level. Hold on. That E-Tank that I just got? Yeah, I'm going to use that. Whoa, that's cool though. Look at all the special items I've got. I got the Proto Man shield and the super adapter and everything. Oh jeez, poor Rush. I didn't mean to do that. Slash Claw, how about that? Yeah. This is cool. I like that it gives you all the weapons. I didn't realize that you started with all the weapons there. So yeah, that actually makes these challenges a little more fun, that you have all the weapons at your disposal. So yeah, I'm going to play Springman's level just to have commentary on that level, which is something I didn't do in my actual playthrough of the game. And I've got a little idea for something I want to do with Dr. Wily as well, but that'll be in the next video. I might be able to fit Springman into this video, and we'll see. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I've just got a little idea for a special challenge for the final battle. And you will see what I mean in the next video. All will become clear. And then after that, guess what it's time for? It's time for Mega Man 8. Full playthrough, all the way. I'm really looking forward to that one, actually. I've always liked Mega Man 8. Maybe not always liked it. I think back in the 90s, I wasn't that impressed with it because it made the mistake of coming out like after several of the X series games, which really kind of evolved the gameplay in a lot of ways, and then Mega Man 8 was kind of like going backwards, I guess, for me. But I like the soundtrack, and I just like the feel of it. It's just got a cool feel to it. The only thing I don't like about Mega Man 8 is the voice acting, which is atrocious. But you know what? I can rise above that. I'm expecting my playthrough of Mega Man 8 to be fairly smooth, hopefully, but we will see, because there are definitely a few parts of the game that are very challenging to get through, like the first Wily Castle stage, which is a sled area, if that makes any sense. You have to like ride on this weird sled thing. It's just really... Why am I trying to collect this chip? I can't actually spend it in the shop because this is a challenge. So, oh, my cat. My cat just went by. I don't know if you can see him in the picture there. He's right there. He just slunk past us. Let's see. But yeah, the first Wily Castle level in Mega Man 8 is extremely challenging. And I think there are a couple bosses in that game that are pretty nasty. But all in all, I'm expecting it to be a fun playthrough and not too bad. Alright, here we go. Gotta be close to the end of this challenge by now, huh? See what I mean though? It just has you playing like huge portions of these levels as opposed to jumping between the rooms and whatnot. Alright, well I got a silver on that. That's too bad. I would have definitely liked to have gotten a gold on that one, because it means I have to play it again and I wasn't particularly enthused by it. Hey, 2 trophies for the price of 1. What do you think about that, buddy? Alright, let's go back. You can even run a replay and watch your run. That's pretty cool. And here we've got the sub-boss rush. That's cool stuff. So, yeah. I really like the challenges in these games. They really add a new layer of fun to these old classics. And for me, that's what makes these collections worth playing, because I've played these games a zillion times already. But the collections, if they can add something new that I haven't already played, then they've got me, you know? So once you load a game up, you press the 2 triggers together, L2 and R2. And that brings up this menu, which is like the secret menu, where you can change the screen res, you can change the background. There's a filter, but I don't know what the filter does because I haven't tried it. I guess I'll try it now. So yeah, you can load up a checkpoint save, which brings you back to the last checkpoint that was recorded while you were playing, which is interesting. So yeah, the filter makes it look like you're playing on a CRT monitor. Kind of cool. But yeah, I think I'll go back to not having a filter though. Prefer not to. It looks a little smoother without the filter. What? Filter's still on. Is it? It looks like the filter's still on. Alright, well, we're gonna go to Springman's level. And yeah, there's not gonna be any insane clown posse this time. I'm actually gonna just talk about the level. Even with the filter off, it feels like there are a lot of lines in the picture. In any case, so yeah, Springman's level is basically a circus-themed level, which is kind of a dry run for Cloudman, not Cloud. It's a dry run for Clown Man in Mega Man 8, who I'm going to have to try to resist. Playing Insane Clown Posse for that guy's level. Whoa, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, I already played a fair amount of this game. I'm just going to kind of give it a quick run through just to kind of get it out of the way, because I've already done videos for it, and I want to grab the trophy for it though. I don't want to have like I don't want to have Mega Man 8, 9, and 10 trophies and not have Mega Man 7 trophies. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get that out of the way, and then it's onward to Mega Man 8. Now, these Slinky enemies, I think are pretty cool. They actually bring back memories for me, because I remember the first time I found out what a Slinky was. I was a kid, and obviously I was a kid, and someone was telling me about how you can put one on a stairway and it moves down the stairs all by itself, and I thought that was like the most amazing thing I'd ever heard of. And I was expecting it to be like this really fancy invention, like this little machine that could drive itself kind of thing. And then when I actually saw it, I was really amazed by the simplicity of it. So yeah, that was my first experience with a Slinky. Moving on. It's kind of like my first experience with Silly Putty, actually. Silly Putty was actually sold to me as like this game changer that you could rub it on a newspaper and it would copy the newspaper, and I was amazed. I was like, oh man, I gotta check this thing out. It just sounded like the coolest invention ever. And then I actually got my hands on one, or on, you know, a Silly Putty, and it was just a very simple little toy is what it was. You know? I'm not saying that Silly Putty's not cool, I'm just saying it was very simple. And I was surprised at the simplicity of it. Ooh. So yeah, this part can be a little bit challenging. It's a little bit hard to get the game to bounce you where you want to go. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I think it'd be easier to get back up from. Maybe not. Okay, I'll go this way. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely one of the more irritating parts of Mega Man 7, I'll say that much. I like it though. I like the fact that this level has a different game mechanic than the rest of the levels. It's got its own little gimmick, and this is a game that doesn't overuse its gimmicks. You know, this isn't Donkey Kong Country 3. You know, so one level having a crazy fun gimmick is not a bad thing at all. You might be wondering why I didn't grab the energy tank on the side there, and the reason for that is that I have 4 of them already. And there's a trick to getting 4 of them very quickly in this game. All you have to do is go to Burstman's level and just replay like the first 2 minutes of it a few times. And you can grab an energy tank right at the beginning. Not right at the beginning, but like 2 minutes into the level. So just do that part of the level over and over again, and collect your energy tanks. Alright, so we're going to use the slash claw for this dude. Whoa, whoa, alright. He does not like that, by the way. This is kind of like the Phantoon fight in Super Metroid, in that if you use his weakness against him, he'll go up to the top of the screen and do this big attack that you have to dodge. You know, this big kind of sweeping attack that you have to get out of the way of. And he's invincible as well. So he'll go to the top of the screen, be invincible, and do a big attack that you have to dodge. That's only if you use his weakness. You can also just fight him on the ground without using his weakness, and he won't retaliate with this big attack at the top of the screen. So yeah, Springman is designed just like Phantoon from Super Metroid. How about that? I actually just posted a video of me defeating Phantoon. I believe that was my latest Super Metroid video. So yeah, that's Springman's level. It was a fun time. No Insane Clown Posse this time. They may make an appearance for Clown Man's level, or at least the fight with Clown Man. So yeah, Dr. Light, his laboratory is in ruins, and it's time for Mega Man to go after Dr. Wily. So tune in for my next video, because I will be fighting Dr. Wily with a particularly special handicap. So tune in to find out what it's going to be.